Two people, same car, same model, same year. One drives it exactly as it came from the factory. The other couldn't leave it alone. New exhaust, custom rims, lowered suspension, tinted windows, engine tune. And he's still not done. Why? Why do some people look at a perfectly good car and see something unfinished? Today, we're going inside the mind of the modifier, and what you find there is a lot deeper than you'd expect. Here's the first thing you need to understand about someone who modifies their car. They don't see a vehicle, they see a statement. Psychologists call this identity expression, the way humans use objects to communicate who they are to the world. Your clothes, your phone, your house. These things tell people something about you before you even open your mouth. But a car? A car is different. A car moves, it goes places. It's seen by hundreds of people every single day. For the modifier, that's not just transportation, that's a canvas, and they are the artist. Every modification is a sentence in a story they're writing about themselves. The lowered ride says, "I care about detail." The loud exhaust says, "I'm not here to be ignored." The custom paint says, "This is mine. Nobody else has this." It's not vanity, it's identity. And for many people, especially those who feel overlooked in everyday life, their car is the one place where they are exactly who they want to be. But identity is only part of the story. There's something else going on, something more emotional. Think about life for a second. Your job, your relationships, your finances, the traffic, the news. How much of that do you actually control? Not much. Life is messy, unpredictable, full of things that happen to you. But your car? Your car does exactly what you tell it to do. You choose the parts, you choose the look, you choose the sound, you choose the feel. Every single bolt is a decision that is yours. Psychologists call this locus of control, the degree to which a person feels in control of their own life. Studies show that people with a low sense of control in their daily lives often seek it in hobbies and personal projects, and car modification is one of the most powerful forms of that. In that garage, with grease on his hands and a wrench in his fist, he's not just fixing a car, he's fixing something inside himself. He's saying, "This is one thing in my life that goes exactly the way I want it to go." And that feeling, that is powerful. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Ask a modifier about their car and watch their face change. Their eyes light up, their voice gets faster. Suddenly, this quiet person has a lot to say. Because modifiers don't just own their car, they have a relationship with it. And that sounds strange, loving a machine, but psychology tells us it makes complete sense. Humans form emotional bonds with objects that hold memory, effort, and meaning. The more time, money, and energy you pour into something, the more a part of you it becomes. This is called the IKEA effect, the psychological phenomenon where people place higher value on things they build themselves. When you spend 40 weekends in your garage, bleeding knuckles, learning, failing, fixing, that car carries your story. Every scratch you repaired, every part you saved up for, every modification that didn't go right the first time. It's not just metal and rubber anymore. It's autobiography. And when someone says it's just a car, they're not just insulting the machine, they're dismissing your story. That's why modifiers react the way they do, because they're not defending a car, they're defending themselves. But modification isn't always a solo journey. For many people, it's the entry ticket into something they've been searching their whole life: belonging. Car culture, especially modification culture, has one of the most passionate, loyal communities in the world. Car meets at 2 a.m. in an empty parking lot. Forums where strangers help each other for free for hours. Friends made over a shared love of a specific engine from 1994. There's a tribe for every type of modifier. JDM guys, Euro guys, muscle car guys, stance guys, track guys. And within that tribe, there's a deep sense of brotherhood, a language only they speak, a shared obsession only they understand. Psychologist Abraham Maslow put belonging as one of the fundamental human needs, right up there with food and safety. And for the shy teenager who doesn't fit in at school, or the quiet adult who feels invisible at work, showing up to a car meet in a car they built, and being surrounded by people who immediately get it. That's not just a hobby. That is medicine. Now let's go even deeper, because there's a question nobody really asks about modifiers. What are they actually chasing? Is it the looks, the performance, the community? Sometimes, yes, but talk to enough of them and you'll hear something else, something quieter. It's the only time I feel like myself. When I'm in the garage, my brain finally goes quiet. I forget about everything else. So the next time you see someone with a modified car, don't just see the loud exhaust or the lowered suspension or the unusual paint job. See what it really is. A person who found a way to express who they are. A person who needed control in a world that gave them very little. A person who built something with their own hands and fell in love with it. A person who found their people. A person who found their peace. Car modification isn't about showing off. It's about showing up for yourself in the one space where you are completely, unapologetically you.